Hi, it's John Cronshaw here with my author diary for the weekend in December the 8th, 2024. I've had a busy week, very busy actually. I've been doing a lot to work on this new serial idea. So I mentioned last week that I started work on a project I'm now calling the Ravenglass Throne. So this is going to be a 12 novella series. So if you remember a few years ago, I did the Ravenglass Chronicles. That was a 21 novella series, 22 if you include the prequel. So this is going to be a 12 novella series. My intention is basically it's going to be Patreon first. So let me think. Yeah, you'll basically I'll be 2 episodes ahead on Patreon. So I will release 3 episodes a week, 3 chapters a week, because it's a 3 POV story. Yeah, basically release episodes each week, 3 episodes, and then when episode 2 is complete, I will release episode 1 as a novella, and I'll release it on all your favorite ebook platforms. And then obviously then I'll be carrying on with the rest of the series. So that should take me through the year anyway. I've already sent book 1 to my editor, so yeah, hopefully that'll get done quick so I can start posting this. Yeah, what I want to do is basically use this to get back into the serial thing. I found that really good. Got into a really good rhythm with the Ravenglass Chronicles. I think doing the regular smaller book launches rather than big ones, and last few book launches I've done, the big book launches have been disappointing, if I'm being honest. So if I just do a consistent drip of smaller book launches on this series, then that'll be kind of less pressure, less admin for me. So and I'll get to there's something really good about focusing on a long project and kind of being able to talk about it for a while. So really enjoying that. I've got an outline for the series. It should end up as another decent length story. The characters are really cool. I really like the characters. Basically got 3 princesses. One's a diplomat, one's a scholar, one's a commander of her Wyvern squadron. So there's a good combination of things like court intrigue and doing academic research kind of stuff, scholarly research, looking into the esoteric side of Ravenglass, and then there's also cool aerial Wyvern battles and things like that. So it should hopefully tick boxes for whatever kind of epic fantasy you're into. And yeah, the way I'm doing it is all the 3 different POVs, like they need each other, they need each other's research or discoveries or whatever in order to solve the bigger problem. And so there's lots of layers of conspiracy, things like that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying writing it. It's kind of what would you say? It's more like a thriller than anything I've done. Just in terms of the way I'm structuring it, kind of a political thriller with lots of intrigue and lots of like revelations, twists, turns, betrayals. Who's on whose side, that kind of stuff. Different factions working against each other. There's like 4 main factions, I suppose, because you've got noble houses, and you've got a border country who's about to bring war, and then you've got a group called the Guardians who are involved, and the palace themselves. So yeah, it's quite fun, and it's also fun because like what I've done with the Ravenglass series is I've got different stories at different parts of the timeline. So my Guild of Assassins, Dawn of Assassins stuff, that is all like later on, several hundred years after the Ravenglass Chronicles. And you got Ravenglass Legends, which is even before that. And now there's lots of stuff in things like Ravenglass Chronicles and Legend series that hint at a more advanced civilization, that hint at kind of Ravenglass and the Wyverns being a bigger part of the life in general. So that is where this is. This is like set, a long time before the events of both those books, but the society probably feels a bit more like Renaissance than medieval. So yeah, it's been cool to kind of redo the world building and add more places and delve more into Wyvern lore, more into the Ravenglass lore as well. So there's a new thing that I'm doing with Ravenglass in this series, which I've not done before, which is corrupted Ravenglass, and this has been done for nefarious purposes. Now, yeah, there's another part I did with the Wyvern lore in a novella called Wyvern Rider on my Patreon, which I'm basically now bringing that into this series. So yeah, this has been something that's been there all along, but it's not something that's been understood by the characters, and this is really understood in this story. So yeah, it's exciting to write anyway. So in terms of reading, I'm still on Ezrahaddon by Michael J. Sullivan, third book in his Rise and Fall series. Yeah, enjoying that. I've got a few hours left. I think the new Stormlight Archive book is about to drop on Audible, so I think that'll be my listening for the rest of the year. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, next week then I'm going to carry on. I'm going to start work on the third novella in this series. I think basically I can do around 3 scenes a day. So one scene of the each of the characters a day, which works out as I'm doing 15 scenes. Well, 12 to 15 scenes in novellas, depending on how long the scenes end up being. So that means I can basically do a novella a week comfortably using the cycling method. So what that means is they're basically editor ready by the end of the day. 3 scenes, editor ready by the end of the day. So this is what dictate them in the morning, redo them in the afternoon, do all the polishing, and then do my audio listen through. Usually just in time for tea. So yeah, so that's quite a good rhythm to be in. So yeah, one last thing, and it's only for a couple of days now. I did a Cyber Monday thing on my Patreon. So if you sign up for any of the tiers and you use the promo code Wyvern, that's all caps, then you can get 70% off your first month. But that only is valid until the 9th. So yeah, so it's basically this week and then it's done. So yeah, check that out anyway. So until next time, cheerio.